Shillelagh World. It's me again on Friday. So let me get set up for a second as usual, and I'll always give a few minutes for a few people to arrive. If you're watching this not live, I usually leave these up for about a week before I remove them as well. So if you missed the live stream, hello. You know, I'm talking to you retrospectively, and I'm Francis McCaffrey. I'm a Blackthorn Shillelagh stick maker from County Kerry in Ireland. Been doing this now since about 2007, so I have a good bit of experience in this area, and I make myself available for 1 hour every Friday to see. And sure, there you go, Tommy. First again. What's up? Tommy says. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Glad for you to attend the live stream. It's been a while. So how's everyone doing so far? We've made it to another week. We're 1 week closer to the end of this pandemic. That's the way I see it. Every one of these live streams, we get 1 week closer. So, you know, we'll focus on the positives always. I wonder how many more of these we have to do though before we're out of it. We're out of it. But today was interesting. I got like a tourist who came from Catalonia in Spain. Well, no, Catalonia, they have their own kind of their own place now they want, and he wanted a Guinness T-shirt. He saw in the window. He was looking in at me, and he started banging on the window. And it was probably the first. What are we now into? July, the 30th, and you know, this is you know, my first tourist that actually, you know, came. My shop is pretty much open every morning. Like I have the lights on, and I'm in here most morning waiting for couriers. So this guy from Catalonia, he came in. He was so happy to see a Guinness T-shirt. So I had my kind of first tourist, you know, and he was giving me the elbow, you know, wanted me to elbow him or something like that to say hello. But I don't know. I was just like, yeah, whatever, man. But yeah, he kept saying Catalonia independence and all of this, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, you know, he seemed very, just like me. He probably hasn't been out too much and hasn't met too many people, so he was just very happy type of tourist to be speaking to someone. So it's good to see, like, you know, someone a bit of like positive energy and stuff like that. Something a bit all dusty from working away in the shop. But yeah, so that's how my day was today. Waiting, like, it's a bank holiday weekend here in Ireland, which means that Monday is like a day off. So I had to get all my orders shipped this morning. So I have every order except an order came in an hour ago, so that will go out on Tuesday. And so anything that's ordered like today or over the weekend, the next courier collection would be on the Tuesday. So you'll probably have it towards the end of the week or early the week after. Let's see, Tommy. I think that area is the New Amsterdam. Could be like, actually, my wife, she keeps asking me to bring her to Amsterdam. She was just before, like literally about an hour or two ago. She was like, "When are you going to take me to Amsterdam? You always said you're going to take me," because like we've me and the wife, we've never been to Amsterdam, and you know, I think it'd be funny to bring her there. Usually that kind of motivates my travel adventures. Like if I think something's going to be a bit funny or a bit interesting, or bring some kind of, you know, adventure, that's usually what leads me to travel. Kirk, Francis the man, the legend. What's up? No, you're the legend, man. You're the Virginian legend, Kirk. I'm glad that you can join the live stream because I know you're usually traveling around or driving, or usually this isn't a good time for you. I know, so I do appreciate that you've made it into the live stream. So, you know, guess what? Guess what today is? I actually, I'll tell you guys, since hardly anyone else has said it to me today. I'll give you one guess. What day is today, do you think? Let's see. I was there for a visit in 1980 to Amsterdam. It's probably changed a lot since then. Good afternoon, Francis. Good to see and hear you again. Okay, so look, what day do you think today is? It's a very special day. There's a clue. Don't forget the space cake in Amsterdam. Well, you see, that's why it's going to be funny. Like, you know, that's it. That's it, Tim. You got it. It is my birthday today. I am 43 years old. I was born in 1978. So grew up most of the 80s. That would be the kind of my childhood. So all those 80s references and things always go good with me. So yeah, I'm 43 years wise on this planet. So no one, no, I got like a text message from my mom this morning, saying happy birthday. Then usually she will tell my brother and sister to send me a text message. You cannot beat the birthday text message. It saves money on giving the birthday cards. And then after, I think it was about midday, my wife remembered it, and I got a hug. I got a birthday hug, and I asked for if she could make me a cup of tea, and then the kids were like, "Is it really your birthday?" So that's how my day has gone as well. So we're all saying, so that's Dennis, happy birthday, thank you. Michael says happy birthday. Just a kid. Yes. I think you just got to have that kind of youthful vibe. Look, we're all going to, with the wonders of this modern medicine and these vaccines we're getting, we're all going to live to be 150 years old. So I think we're around for a long time. Who knows, like what developments and technology is going to happen. Happy birthday, young man. Yeah, 43 years. I think that's a good age. There, my dad. Happy birthday, son. You remembered finally. I'm surprised mom didn't send you to tell me a text message or something like that. But yeah, my dad dropped me off in the shop today because I was a bit tired to walk. So he gave me a little spin down as he was dropping my mom over to mind the things. Happy birthday! Mine is Sunday the 1st. So the 1st of August. All right. So if you believe in that star signs stuff, what are we? We Leos. That's it. Leos the lines. Extroverted and we talk too much, I think. Is that it? Mike Randall, happy birthday, Francis. Good day for a pint. It is. They opened the bars recently in Ireland. Like, I think it was something like, was it 500 days? The bars in Ireland were shut, and for Ireland that's a big deal because the whole culture of Ireland revolves around the bar. Like the bar is like a family place. Kids will go there, families will go there, and like for 500 days they've been closed. And but here's the thing. You wouldn't want to be getting the first pint that's pulled. Those pipes haven't been used for 500 days. They'll have to kind of I wouldn't be first in line waiting for the first pint to be pouring on draft. We want to make sure the pipes are well cleaned, and cleared in those things as well. But that's how my mindset works. I'm sure other thirsty guys will be getting their first pints in. But it's weird. Like, it was such a big deal for the country. Like, every country around the world, is has their own culture. Like in Ireland, that first pint after 500 days, that's like a big deal to Irish people. Like, I think that's why people get on with Irish people. Like, we're not too serious, and we know how to enjoy the little things in life. You know, we may complain and stuff. We may be a bit opinionated, but we're generally easygoing. Let's see. When is Frank going to be on with you again, Tim? Yeah, when are you coming on again, Dad? I know you're watching. That's a good question, Tim. Look, he's watching. He should be able to answer you. Like, he's welcome anytime here. There. Let's see. A Leo and a rat in the Chinese. What am I? 78. I think I'm the year of the horse. Year of the horse. I think you have the year of the dragon is the good one you have. I think my son's that. One of them, the youngest guy. Good evening to Mr. Frank. Yeah, my dad likes going by the name Francie, if you want to know. Like, you see, because I'm, like, my son's Francis, and I'm Francis, and he's Francis. So, like, usually if he's, like, you want to be form, like, some people locally call him Frank, but I think, like, the people that know him well call him, like, Francie. That's that. But it'd be interesting, like, but I suppose he's written his name online there as Frank McCaffrey, so trying to be professional, but it's Francie. I think his friends call him anyway. Let's see now. We have Bama to Thai. The only Leo I know is the beer I'm drinking in Thailand right now. I like beer Lao. Do you know, like, the German brewers up there? They had some connection to Lao. Beer Lao or something like that. It's actually quite creamy and nice, and Leo's good too. Leo's good. But yeah, like, there's plenty of good beers. But like, when I was traveling Southeast Asia, I think that's where you're based now, isn't it, Bama? And those German beer influences that came in around Vientiane and stuff, I think is quite interesting. And what was it, Chang and Singha and all those beers as well. Tiger beer out of Singapore. Let's see. Finally made it. Hello all. Kevin. Hello. We have a new person. New person on the stream. Time for some moonshine. All the way from Virginia. So usually if I see someone new there or something that I haven't seen, we give them a little toast. So, and I think Bama, you're drinking some Leo there. So this is some homebrew special, you know, something that was made specially for me. Alcohol content unknown, but it's good rocket fuel as well. So cheers, and as we say in Ireland, it's like shlanta. So shlanta is like the good health, you know, to you as well. Like, you know, that's how you start this. You go, you raise your glass, you tip them, and you go shlanta. So here's to everyone. It's a little bit more than a sip today, but like I can't drink too much of this. Look, I'm nearly at the halfway mark on this. Like I want to see how long it lasts on the live stream. Every time I take a sip of it, I wonder how long. Maybe like if I ever get like up to 10,000 subscribers or something like that, I might do something. So Kevin, welcome to this live stream. Very happy to meet you and to connect with everyone who's interested in knowing about me and Blackthorn and walking sticks. Bam, so sound goods like the moonshine we have in America or the rice wine they drink in the village. Yeah, Lao something, isn't it? That you know, like in Ireland we have a thing called a pochine, which is made from potatoes, and it's like the Irish version of moonshine. Highly illegal. You're not supposed to have it. The popo will be after you if you have your pochine, but lots of farmers use it, you know, for medical reasons as well. But yeah, there's all different things that are out there. Let's see, Kurt, 100 proof sipping alcohol. So what is a 50% alcohol content, 100 proof sipping liqueur? Okay, that sounds good. I like those numbers. Let's see, Michael, I bought my walking stick 3 years ago and I absolutely still love it. That's very good, Michael. You know, I'm very happy to hear that you know it's 3 years now you've had that walking stick, and it's probably gone up in value. We're talking. Do you see my video from earlier? I was talking about Blackthorn being a store of value, and you know, if you bought that 3 years ago, it's probably appreciated in value now. And the thing about Blackthorn, like it was actually, I was talking to Tommy in the email about it as well. It's very, very interesting that you know, when you buy like a Blackthorn walking stick, it's a great store of value. Like you know, he was telling me that, like, you know, I think it was if he was, you know, the dollar disappeared or currency was in problems, he has his gold, he has some jewelry, he has his knives, his guns, and his Blackthorn. I thought that was pretty good. So what do you guys think about, like, you know, do you consider the Blackthorn? Here, let's grab one from back here. This one's new. So this one is 37-inch, 680 gram, about 1 1/8 inches there, and it's about an inch in the bottom. I kind of just know from looking at this stage. Good size handle on this one, you know, if you're looking for something substantial. This one's not painted black, the natural barks on this. So anyway, like, you know, who needs to buy gold? Look, there's some Thai gold. Where is he? Bama? You're based in Thailand, I think. So look, there is some 23 karat gold from Thailand. So, you know, like, it's you can use that as, you can use gold as a store of value. And I have some gold. I you know, most Irish leprechauns like me are going to have some gold hidden somewhere. It's not at the end of the rainbow, I tell you that. But yeah, like, you know, if you're you know, looking for a good store of value, something that's going to hold the value, like, you could hold the Blackthorn for 10 years, and the older it gets, people are interested in more. And like, if you've been buying Blackthorn and supporting my channel over the years, you know that you know, these sticks, they hold their value. They're highly sought after. You know, the ones that are quite rare to get. So look, Blackthorn is the new gold. You know, this is black gold. You know, in terms of store of value, if you want to save your money, you know, if you want to bring your money across borders and different things, have your Blackthorn collection. You know, that's my not financial advice, but Blackthorn's a good store of value. Do your own due diligence on Blackthorn, as they say. Let's see. Bama says the same as moonshine, illegal as hell. Yeah, you know, It's people. I don't know, man. Like the industry don't want guys making their own stuff, but a few guys are making a bit of homebrew. Sure, why not? Like, Michael says, beautiful. Bama, I used to work with some guys that would buy a ton of gold chains in case things went south. Yeah, like it seems to be a thing. Like, but they wear them for status as well. They have all the gold chains and things. But I'd be worried, like, if you're flaunting that, like, if you're walking around Dublin or something, and some one of these guys that are around the little stations there, if they saw that gold, they'd bite your finger off to take it. Like, you'd have to be careful with flaunting it in Ireland, but I suppose it's different in different places. Kevin, I got my first walking sticks 3 weeks ago and love it. Thank you, Francis. Kevin, it was a pleasure, and I'm happy that your stick has found its way to you. And Kevin, you got to become a collector. One stick is never enough. Look, you have two hands. You and look, you need a little wall display, and then you need a little display like this. So, like, it's a good store of value. You can save your money. So, like, if you do have a missus or a loved one in your life, and they're looking to buy you some presents, you can kind of tell them, look, it's a store of value. Like, you can always resell it again if we fall out or something like that. So it's I'm happy there, Kevin. So let's hope now we get you to be a collector as well. And Bama says, look like quality products. Yeah, like the Irish Blackthorn. It's like, there's many type of rustic sticks out there, but the Blackthorn is a dense, heavy wood, and it's very strong. So, like, like, primarily people would buy a walking stick as a walking aid, but nowadays it's almost like a fashion accessory, and it's kind of status symbol as well. And the thing about a walking stick, it's great for self-defense. It's great for those soy dogs too in Thailand, and they have all these wild dogs. In a soy is a little road. In Ireland, we call it a boreen in Irish language. And so that they'd have, so having like, if you have a product that's been created, by a craftsperson, in a heritage kind of product, in an industry that's in decline, there's some value to that as well. To have something that's grown out of Ireland, like, a lot of people, they just want that connection to Ireland. They want to own a piece of Ireland, and you can't throw some dirt in a suitcase. Actually, some guy was asking me that. They asked me if I would send them Irish dirt and mud, and I was going, just buy a Blackthorn. It's more authentic. Like, the nutrients from Ireland are in this when it was growing. And let's see, looks like quality products. Not ashamed to say I've had to throw a trash bin at some soy dogs recently. Okay, well, yeah, in Southeast Asia, you have these gangs of dogs, and they're not like dogs back home. Like, if they don't like you, they'll have a go at you. So you have to, let them know that you don't mess around as well. But some of them are fearless. I see David. I got my first last month and couldn't agree more. Love it. The first of many, Dennis. I'm I'm like one of these dealers now. I'm a Blackthorn dealer. Trying to get everyone hooked, everyone to buy more and more of these. Like, but why not? Like, there's worse addictions to have. You could be addicted to this type of stuff, or you could be addicted to this. Maybe, like, this might be a bit more of an expensive addiction, but since this has made another appearance, we'll have another drink to you guys again today. It's very smooth. It's very nice. Very good. Let's see now. We have, let's see. The audio is really good on this stream. Oh, it's just to do with the internet connection or something. You can never really tell with technology and with audio and different things like that. But I'm glad I'm coming through loud and clear, like halfway around the world. Like, was it? It must be like 3 or 4 a.m. in Thailand now. So it's it's good. Like, you were from Alabama and you were in Thailand now. We have people from Florida, Virginia, all over the world. That's pretty good. Let's see. Michael says, sat with my 11-year-old niece just this morning explaining my walking sticks. We watched some of your videos from the field so she could see where they came from and who made them. Yeah, that's pretty good. Look, I think it's great to get kids to know about, like, crafts and different things. Like, they're just given devices and different things, but there's just, I don't know, like, for me, there's just something very interesting about having an authentic product, one where you know where it's from. Like, this isn't made somewhere in the world in some factory. Like, my heart, my soul, like, literally my blood, sweat and tears go into sticks. I've bled many a time trying to get these blackthorn. The thorns are very poisonous as well. I've had to been taking poison out of my hand and loads of different things with the blackthorn. But it's an authentic product, that we have in these non-authentic times. Like most product nowadays are replicas and different things. But it's not easy to find something that's quite authentic. Let's see. Bama says midnight, but yeah, international now. That's very good. At least I'm being heard loud and clear, like all over the world. So that's very good to know. But yeah, I'm sure there's some crafts like locally where you are. Like, what about you, Bama? Do you make anything yourself? Like, I know you're from the army, isn't it? And I don't know, like, what do you have a skill? I think every guy needs, for their own sanity, to have a little kind of side project or something creative, or making something. Like, I'm not a big car guy, but I know some guys are into cars and they love working on them and making them. Some people like to work with wood. Some people are from engineers and they like designing things. And some people, everyone has their own kind of thing. But you'd be surprised. Like, you might have one of these hobbies and you start getting more involved and you get better at it, and it might actually develop into something as well. Oh my God, there's two guys from Thailand now. The Irish Times. What's the crack, Francis? Hello, Pete. You're in Ko Chang, from what I said. You have a very good YouTube channel as well. I've done a few comments on. So we have a good community here, mixed from Irish, from Americans, from everyone all over the world. So this is good anyway, that we're kind of uniting here. Getting us all together. So Pete, are you going to? How long are you going to stay in Koh Chang there? I know things are kicking off in Thailand with the old rates of all that pandemic stuff, but not a bad place to be held up. Like I was stuck in Clorglan for 500 days. Like it sounds like a jail term or an Irish song. I was stuck in Clorglan for 500 days. And, the usual type of Irish songs that start up. Let's see. Honest election posters. There's an American company making lookalike Blackthorn. I know them. The what you call them? The Cold Steel boys. They do all the replica weapons and stuff. Those Cold Steels, and they say Blackthorn, it doesn't exist anymore. It's rare, and all of this kind of nonsense. I remember I read through it one time, and I went to their official page and I made a comment, and as I got suspended or banned from their page or something like that. But yeah, like it's there's always going to be imitations and lookalikes, but there's only one of me, and there's only one of these type of Blackthorn walking sticks that you can get as well. So it's a hard product to make, and it's painful. You go through a lot to get this to market. But I don't really worry about replicas too much. But it's a good, as I said earlier in the live stream, this is a good store of value, and these videos will be on YouTube for an eternity. So people can look back and say, oh, I got that one, I got this one. It's quite interesting. Let's see. Bama says, I was an aviation desk jockey. Not many hobbies beside talking on a radio. Well, that's a great thing to do. If you got like that radio voice and different things. Start a little podcast, get a few people talking, pick a few things. In Ireland, we say you have the gift of the gab if you're good at talking and doing different things, or you've kissed the Blarney Stone, they say. Let's see now. We have Michael Myers, 1987. A good Halloween reference there. Halloween 1 and 2 were pretty good. I think Halloween 3 was terrible. 4 and 5 weren't that good either. The recent one wasn't too bad with Jamie Lee Curtis. Not the one coming out, the one before it. God, there's been so many of those movies. But you gotta love. He was the William Shatner mask, and was it Donald Sutherland? Or no, not Donald Sutherland. What was your man in the first one? The famous guy, the detective. I can't remember. Let's see. Hey Francis, thank you for sending my new walking stick so quickly to Belgium yesterday. Yes, I have sent a few to Belgium before, and it's not too far from Ireland. Really looking forward to receive it on Monday. Yeah, Donald Pleasant, that's your man's name. I see it pop up here. Yeah, that's the guy. He's a pretty good actor. Let's see. Pete says, Koh Chang is great. we'll stay a bit longer. Things in Bangkok are rough. Well, like, Pete, you deserve a break. Like, living in a city, it's good, it's interesting. There's a lot of things going around, but sometimes you just need to get away. And, this could be an opportunity. Like, maybe it's giving you time to think to do new things. Maybe you'll develop your YouTube channel more. Maybe you look at some business opportunities. There's loads of opportunities online as well. So use, like, I know you're a motivated guy and you network pretty well. So you're probably got a load of things on the go. You're not the type of guy. You don't come across the type of guy that you stand around and you just kind of bemoan what's going on in the world. You always have a positive outlook. Let's see, Kirk. Always a work of art. I have a wall full display, so tempting. Cold steel is crap. Yes, Cold Steel are my competitors in America. They make those plastic walking sticks. You want the real thing. Like, if you want an imitation plastic one, yeah, forget about that. Cold Steel, boo, thumbs down. Not financial advice, Cold Steel. Let's see, Donald Pleasant. Yeah, he was like the bald guy, and he shot Michael Myers in the heart 6 times. Michael Myers falls down. He looks out the window, and Michael Myers is gone. Spoiler alert. Good movie. I love. You can't beat 80s horror. It's just brilliant. Just love it. The soundtracks as well are always pretty good. Bama says, not quite, haha, just part of the job. My accent is horrible. My twin brother is having a kid soon, so I will be in touch for a purchase. Oh, very good. Like, to have a family heirloom. So your twin brother's having a kid. He's becoming a parent. Things change when you become a parent. I don't know, Bama, do you have any kids yourself? It's a life-changing experience, like, for the better. Like, forget about having sleep though. Let's see, Tommy. Oh yeah, there's an American hand making Blackthorn walking sticks. He's on YouTube. Must be importing his Blackthorn. I wouldn't buy a cowboy hat from Ireland or a stick from the USA. Yeah, like, I'm aware of guys that, it's not really Blackthorn. Like, they get plum and they like call it Blackthorn, or like they look for a cherry bush outside their back garden or something like that. But, like, these guys, they come and go. Like, there's loads of them over the years as well. And more choice to people. But people are kind of, customers are a lot smarter nowadays because they have the internet. They can check reviews. They can go on and look for different things as well. So why not? If he's trying to do his thing, he'll eventually find his groove. Maybe he'll find some local wood and have his own story to go with. Let's see now. Even in Isan, everyone looks at me like I have the plague, even though I'm the only one in the village fully vaccinated. Well, people look at me as well like I have the plague here in Kilorglin. I don't know. Like, it's I wouldn't. People will always look at you and different things. People are scared. Like, I wouldn't worry about that. Like, people are just reacting the way that they are. Like, and if everyone thought the same, it'd be a boring place. So, just have a bit of fun with it. Like, if everyone is treating you a bit different there, just kind of let it go. Like, sometimes you just have to have my son jai, isn't it, in Thai language, which is just this you leave things go. My Ben Rai. Let's see now. Tommy, Cold Steel is crap. Yeah, not a fan of those things. I really hated the write up of what they were saying about, like, Blackthorn is gone. It's nowhere to be found in Ireland. There's no one doing Blackthorn. And I was like, hello, it's Misha. Here, Proncius is doing. That's my name in Irish language. I don't speak Irish too well, but I know a few words anyway, enough to kind of plumb-moss about it. Plumb-moss my way through it is kind of bullshit my way through it. Let's see. It wasn't Michael Myers in the first one. It was the shape. No, I think in the first one. In the first one, you have the babysitter, and she has the 2 kids, and then she locks them in the press, isn't it? Like, and they hide in the press, and Michael Myers is there. I think you're thinking of Friday the 13th. Like, in the first one, Friday the 13th. He wasn't really in it. Like, I think he jumps up at the end out of the water or something like that. But I do know my horrors. Let's see, no kids yet. So when that yet is fairly ominous. So you're working on it. There's nothing to do during this pandemic, and you're stuck in Thailand. Why not start the baby factory up? Get it going. Zero Fox, evening Francis. Evening Zero. How are things with you, my man? Let's see. Let them try to get me with my new walking stick. Well, I don't know, man. If you know, a blackthorn is very powerful and it's a good weapon for self defense. But a blackthorn versus Michael Myers, I don't know about that. Like Michael Myers, he's got a good knife and he's kind of invincible. Like you can keep hitting him and hitting him over and over with this, and he'll just probably use it against you. But there's an idea for a movie. Maybe a serial killer who uses a blackthorn walking stick. Again, don't go out and do stuff like that, of course. But there's a premise. Like I'm always throwing little nuggets out that there for movie ideas in case there's someone that ever watches this that want to bring me on as a consultant to help them with some blackthorn connected type of movie or something like that. Let's see. Joseph, my good friend, Joe Douglas. Hey, Francis, greetings from my holiday. You're camping. I saw your camping photos. How is that working out? Did the family enjoy it? Like, how long have you been camping for? Let's see. Irish Times said, when will you take a trip to Thailand? I'd like to be there for Christmas. There's loads of things I want to do and check out and set up and a few different things over there as well because my wife of course is from Thailand and the kids kind of love going over there and things, and usually like Christmas time can be a bit quiet just after Christmas in my shop. But as soon as this COVID thing ends and all this kind of thing, I'm itching to travel. Like there's so many places I want to go and see. Traveling is a big part of my life. I love going off on adventures and different things. So ideally, like Christmas time, I think in Thailand, they're saying they're going to open up in October 15th, but it could be a bit later than that. But it's always a place that I'll be going back and forth and, maybe retire to someday or something like that. Let's see, honest election posters, check the credits. I will do. Oh yeah. I know what you're on about. In the credits, they just refer to him as that. Yes, you're right. In the credits, but they do have him. Like he's standing in the bush. He comes out. And different things as well. But yeah, you're exactly right. That's how he's referred to in the end credits. Let's see, Kevin Russo. Have to go. Good times to all. Well, thank you, Kevin, for I know you've been wanting to see me on one of these live streams. So thanks for taking the time. Anthony Kelly, hello from California, smoking my Peterson pipe during a live stream. Oh yeah, those is there like one of those wooden pipes? Some of those wooden handmade smoking pipes, they go for like $1,000 to $3,000 and things. Like there's some good money in that. If you're in California, Mr. Kelly, what are you smoking? Some tobacco or something a bit more exotic? Let's see. Bama says, as an American, I miss my guns. Might need a blackthorn here soon to even the odds. But I think in Thailand you can own a gun, but it's kind of you need to have a business, and the gun is like for security to protect the business. There's some things, but it's like everything. It's quite high. We have Matt. Hi, Francis, and a black flag in reference to Blackthorn, I hope. And Tom, I like the guns. Most guys who buy Blackthorn, they do have an interest in weaponry and different things like that. And a lot of Americans would have guns as well. It'd be a big part of American culture, guns, just like the pubs and the bars are a big part of Irish culture. Let's see. Yeah, you've asked me this before. I haven't actually. So have you ever used laburnum? I haven't used this type of wood. I don't know too much about it. I must have a look at it. Is that a wood that grows around near you, Matt? Let's see. I got here in Thailand June the 1st, and things have gone downhill since. So much for travel. Like it's only a temporary thing. I wouldn't worry about that. Like you're in Thailand. Many people are not. Even a bad day in Thailand is better than a good day in many other places. Like you have the weather, you have people around you, you have the food, you have the geckos, you have your friends, the mosquitoes and stuff. Just enjoy it. Like, you don't need, to have all of these different things. Like, you just get out there and different things and, I wouldn't worry. Look, every day we're getting a step closer to the end of this. Like these things can't last forever. It just, it's a good, it's dragging its heels and it's like, when you're in an Irish bar and they say last order, time, you know, this is like, you know, the after hours and the lock-in, you know. It's just going on and going on. This lock-in is going on for way too long. Let's see now, Martin. Do you sign your work? Not yet. We've kind of, it's still a kind of debating thing issue with me regarding makers marks and things like that. I just kind of like it to be kind of as rustic as possible, and you know, I kind of don't need that kind of, you know, ego thing that here's mine, I need to sign it and stuff. I'm just like, you know, make the stick, it's yours, you know, and it's I don't know, man. I've never been kind of into like signing your work. I think there's like just something about that. It just, you know, it's hard to put on the stick, and it just kind of looks a bit weird sometimes. I know it's just my own kind of personal preference. I know there's loads of guys trying to change my mind, getting me to sign work and do things. Let's see, Bama and Tommy Bunk. I really love guns. Yeah, Tommy's got a good collection. You know, I think you know, Tommy has a good collection in my Blackthorn too, which is pretty good. Let's see, honest. I think you can make a pipe out of blackthorn. You could, but you know, it with the heat and you know, you probably would have to season it like pretty well. But yeah, I'm sure you could. But it's kind of pretty hard, dense wood. Like some of those pipes are what type of wood are they mostly made out of? Bama says, cannot for foreigners, it is grandfathered for older expats, cannot get them now. But I know in the rural, when I was like traveling in the rural side of Thailand, they had these like, what do you call them? These little pipe guns. They would have like their homemade type of guns that they made, you know, completely legal, of course, but they had them in their homes. Like they're like one-shot type of guns that they would make. Let's see, Matt, stunning. You should have a look, Francis. Yeah, I must look at that wood again. Yeah, I saw it in the comments as well. Let's see. Let's see. Where was I again? Oh yeah, Laburnum is normally used in gardens and not common in Ireland as it is poisonous to cattle. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it. I definitely must check it out. But you know, we keep the cows. We have plenty of cows in Ireland. Don't kid yourself on it ending soon. Certain people are going to milk the cash cow for all they can. I know, man. Look, you can't you know, rely on these things for too much. And Anthony, I don't smoke weed. That's very good. I don't either. Like, you know, I think I tried some of that CBD stuff as a painkiller, you know, for my shoulder when it became kind of lethal. But you know, noticed a little thing, but not really. But I don't really smoke at all. I'm not really interested in smoking. For me, it's cup of tea. I love my cup of tea, and I have a bit of a weakness for some biscuits and things like that as well. I probably eat too many biscuits on the sly and on the quiet that I shouldn't, like, or buy a little bar of chocolate here and there when I shouldn't be. But you know, you gotta treat yourself every now and again. James, hello Francis. Still looking for my stick, like a kid on Christmas Eve. Be well. Oh, very good. Didn't I? You order a stick? It's on its way, I think. If it's your same James Quigley, I think. But yeah, like all the sticks have gone out. I think it was either. Just the name sounds familiar. Let's see, Anthony. I'm lazy enough. Well, you know, we all need a bit of a lazy day to kind of recharge our batteries as well. There's nothing wrong with being lazy every now and again, but you just don't make a habit of these different things. And let's see, Bama. It's called a D-ringer, but even if it was registered to my girl and I use it, the police would hang me. You know, don't use it. Don't use it. You need to kind of like just kind of chill out in when you're in another country and different things like that. Like you know, you just kind of go with the flow, and you know, you just keep your head down and keep smiling when you travel. Laburnum can be bought on eBay and US and us by and used by woodturners. Hundreds of videos to see. The grain is exceptional with outer and dark center. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Like, is it kind of is it like a really hard wood? Is it a kind of light wood? I must have a look at it as well. Sounds kind of interesting. I guess that's what I'm going to look through tonight and have a look for this particular type of woods. But that's the great thing about woods. There's so many different kinds of woods to work with, and but some of them are like really hard to work with if it gets like too dense and do two different things as well. So it's kind of like important to do that. I think my throat is getting a bit hoarse, so I might just kind of you know, try a little bit of this. It's getting a bit hot in here too. Let's turn on the air conditioning. That's always helps, you know, keep me talking for the hour. that I'm here. But yeah, look, I'm here if you're interested in anything about Irish culture or about walking sticks or anything. Sure. Don't be shy. Ask away. If there's anything, there's no question I won't answer. I'm an open book. Let's see. And Tommy says, "Isn't laburnum used for bearings in water mills? Must be quite strong then if it's used for bearings. Um, yeah, I would assume then that would be quite a strong type of wood or something like that. But yeah, no, I must have a look at it as well. I think that Matt seems to know a good bit about this particular type of wood. Is it a wood that you've used yourself? Do you wood turn on it? Is it kind of do you carve it with a knife? Do you just kind of take rasp to it? It'd be interesting to kind of see as well, like what type of things you would use on that. And so any other news, guys? I'm kind of running out of things to say. If you ask me some questions as well, you can kind of keep it going. I'm kind of like, now it's my birthday as well. I'm getting a bit kind of older, and maybe I'll be slowing down a bit. But I think I'm in my prime. I'm 43, and I think that's in your prime to be a stick maker. Stick making. You're in your prime in your like your 40s. So I have a good few years of stick making ahead of me till till I get to my retirement years and stuff like that. But it's something that I'm always going to be doing. Let's see. Michael Myers says, any plans to make some more videos about the history of Irish stick fighting? Yeah, I can make them, no problem. I made like 18 of them, and like no one's really watching them. And then like some of the guys were like, oh, we don't want the history videos. I got a few messages, so I stopped doing them then. But like if there's a demand, I love to talk about that. I'm related to a very famous faction fighter in County Kerry in Ireland called Mick Foley, who is one of the main faction fighters that was done around Puck Fair. So it's very interesting, like the history of Irish faction fighting, which was mainly around Munster. It started in Tipperary. Cork and Kerry were very famous as well for a lot of the faction fighting. It's quite mad. Like, it was usually done at these fairs where, like, by a fair I mean it was buying and selling of livestock, like usually cow, sheep, cattle, horses, things like that. And it was usually to over some kind of old family feud between two different surnames. Like, here in Clorglin, it was like the Moriartys against the Foleys, and they would meet literally about 30 seconds away from my shop, and they would gather in both sides, and they have this thing called the wheel, in which they would be like throwing insults at each other, like, they would, in old kind of way, like, your nose is big, and look how stupid you look, and you're old and ugly, and there's all of this thing before it, and then it was, game on, and it was vicious, like, and it was a bit of fun for a lot of people. Women would join in. They'd have socks, with rocks in it, and hitting you with those rock socks, and it was a bit mad, like, but I guess, that was what people did for fun back then. Yeah, the history is very interesting. I will do some more videos in there now that I know there's some interest in it as well. And let's see. I'm your big brother. I'm 62 years young. I told you, we're all going to live to be about 150 with all these new medications that we're all taking. I did. I watched all of them. So you watched all my 18. Thank you, Michael. That's I'm really happy to hear that. I definitely must make some more then, like, because I never there's so much more to get into about the faction fighting, and there's not many books out there, so it's hard. There's not much contact. Honest election posters. I like the history stuff too. Well, I'll make more of it then. I must have a sit down and think of something quite interesting. I'm truly fascinated by it. That's how I found you. Yeah, that's it's very interesting to learn about that there was this style of fighting that people trained for it. It was very popular in the 1800s, and then it kind of died out. So it's a very interesting part of Irish history that not many people talk about. I believe my great grandfather in Clogher, Tyrone, was a ribbon man and stick fighter, how would the Blackthorn quality be? Be up there? Be fine. Like the quality of Blackthorn around Fermanagh and Tyrone is the same quality, that you'd get here down in Kerry. Like the wood is pretty good. I've got some Blackthorn actually from Fermanagh as well, so I know, and it's very similar. It's identical really to the Blackthorn that I have here from Kerry. And let's see now. Tommy says, I'm thinking of lignum vitae and not laburnum. It's a very hard wood from South America. I've seen it used in North Carolina hydro dam. All right, so there's this South American wood. There's another one for me to have a look and research as well. And Matt, I found it by accident, then read up. It's listed as being poisonous. So is the yew. We have yew in Ireland. I've used that before. As long as you don't eat it, you're fine. Yeah, you don't want to mess around with some of these woods. Like they're as dangerous. Not as dangerous as mushrooms. Like that can be quite dangerous. I put about 12 staff lengths away for next year, just for friends. Okay, very good. Let's see. The Affray at Ahar, December 28, 1828. All right, Tim. And what would you like to tell us about that? Is this something that you have an interest in, this particular event? Sorry, I've been in the dust below, so I get a bit dusty, and not COVID, don't worry, just cough. I think I've had it like loads of times already. Like, I've been around it, the kids have had it, I've been vaccinated twice. Like, it's, I don't think I can get it any more times. Let's see. In my yep, the old sick fighting factions was an interesting video. Yeah, I should do that. I should do that more. I don't know, I was just doing it for a while, and then like no one was starting to watch them, and I was like, oh, I better just throw the sticks up, and then people seem to always watch those videos. Let's see. Michael Myers said, in my region here in Belgium, we also had that kind of fights, even as recent as the 1960s and 70s. And from what I learned, it was mostly bare knuckles and knives with no sticks that I know of. Yeah, there's plenty of there's still plenty of fights around Ireland as well. But yeah, I wonder what Belgium was like in the 60s and 70s. Like, all I know is, like, say in the UK, they'd have the mods and the rockers, and there'd be fights in the seaside towns there. In Ireland in the 60s and 70s, there's still plenty of fighting going on. There's still plenty of fighting going on all the time in Ireland. Let's see, Matt, France in Scotland, we just use claymores back in the day. Oh, yeah, they're a very, very long, powerful weapon. What kind of weight are claymores like? They must be quite heavy. Let's see, on the selection posters, will the sap stay up longer this year because of the heat? Well, you don't cut sticks in the heat, so like you wait until the winter time when the sap kind of is retracted into the roots, because if you're cutting it now in the heat, chances are as you season it, it's going to kind of crack a lot. Let's see, Tommy says, was it between the Flemish and the Walloons, Mr. Myers? Okay, so Tommy seems to know a good bit there about some local history. And Tim says, the Affray Ahar is where I believe my ancestor met his demise. Oh, really? Oh, is there like, have you researched that? Have you done some some background into it, or is it just like something that's been passed down like throughout your family or something like that, that they've kind of told you these things? So I spilled a little bit there. Don't want to waste any as well. Just scoop it up from my chin and put it in there. So anyway, yeah, like it's kind of hard to find out about your history and your ancestors in Ireland. Like, it's not easy. There's not many records out there, so it's hard enough to kind of do like tracing a family history. I think a lot of people have some issues with that. Let's see, I found police reports and several books about it. Yeah, they'd be pretty good. In terms of when you're doing research and different things like that, police reports, death reports, marriage certificates, these type of things. Kurt says, the spirituality and folklore of Ireland are my favourite, but the folklore around the woods are very interesting. Trying to make a sloe gin and working of a rowan berry brandy. Yeah, the rowan, it is a really kind of bitter taste off the berries. Like, they kind of grow in in like August time. Actually, around this time, yeah, and this time of year, like all of them will be kind of getting the red berries out. Did I have rowan trees where you are, Kurt? That's interesting. On the selection posters in November, will it be up till December, or will it be the weather in October drives it down? Usually, like around mid-October, the weather takes a turn in Ireland, and like all the leaves have fallen off the trees and stuff. So usually about kind of mid to late October, you can cut blackthorn, and you can cut it pretty much right up until the end of February. Usually, like up to about like the 1st of March. That's kind of mainly the blackthorn season for cutting the wood. Let's see. Francis, is that a kid on cough so you can hit the jam jar? Maybe it could be. I could just be doing that fake cough to get a little taste of that brandy. Let's see. Roll. I finally caught the end of a live stream. We've got about 10 minutes left there, so you did catch it. I got some McVitie's digestives, those biscuits. Are those the ones with the chocolate on them or no chocolate? To have with my tea. Did I get a good brand? Yeah, McVitie's. They're the red. They come in the red wrapper. I know them. I think I prefer the Walmart Great Value oatmeal without icing. I think. You got to open your mind to all kinds of biscuits and different things. You got your custard creams, your bourbons, your Micados, your ginger nuts. There's loads of different biscuits. Your rich tea if you want to go quite bland. Let's see. Shame gotta go buy online. It's sorry. Shame gotta buy online, but it's a start. What was that reference to again, Kurt? I kind of lost my train of thought. Wait, let me read back. Oh, the spirituality and folklore thing. Oh no, the rowan tree. That was it. Talking about the rowan trees. So Bulio Roll says no chocolate. Okay, so just the plain ones. They're pretty good. Let's see, Tommy. I lived in Mons, Belgium for a year or two, and I saw the Flemish teasing the Walloons hard. Oh, there a bit of kind of like rivalry between the two groups. Like what's the kind of like for someone who doesn't really know about this, what's the kind of difference between the Flemish and the Walloons? Is it like it's associated with an area or two different cultures or something like that? It'd be interesting to know. Matt says, Francis, do you seal the ends of your sticks when you put them away to dry? Yeah, I seal them after I cut them. And it's important to seal them. If you don't have something to seal them, which is kind of impossible, you can always find something. Just cut them long, because they're going to crack and run a little bit. So if you cut them quite long away from where you envisage the handle, you should be fine. The berries, those like you can make a jam as well with rowan tree berries. That is okay. Let's see, Tommy. The Flemish are the Dutch, and the Walloons are the French. Okay, so there's kind of like two different neighbors that are not too happy. So why don't they like each other? Why don't they get along? Are they fighting over like a woman or over land, or why can't the Flemish and the Walloons just sit down and have some Amstel, isn't it? What's the Dutch beer or something like that? Heineken's Danish, isn't it, or something? I can't remember. But Amstel, isn't Amstel the one from Holland? I think so. I'm not really too sure. I'm sure, Tommy, you would be able to educate us all there on what is the main kind of beers. Let's see. Matt says, I just use fence paint. Will that do to seal the sticks? Yeah. Like most fence paints are all weather, and they do seal the wood against the elements. So it should be okay. That should be fine. I wouldn't worry about that. So Tommy says, no, you don't know Dutch beers as well. You're not. I'm not. I'm just trying to think of one offhand. I know they have this one in Ireland called Dutch Gold. It was like when I was a college student, it was the cheapest beer you could buy in Dublin. You would go and you get 6 cans of Dutch Gold for $5, and it was the cheapest one or something like that you could get at the time. Let's see, jam to wine and wine to spirit as well. Yeah, like you could. Oh god, you could definitely get some good jam out of the rowan tree and then kind of make it into some kind of wine or something like that. That would be quite interesting. Let's see. Michael says it goes way back to medieval times. We were continuously conquered by mostly the French and the Dutch. It evolved to the point that now the North speaks Dutch and a certain part speaks French. So like with this divide, like, would like say someone from the like French side marry someone from the Dutch side? Is there much mingling? Or is it like rivalry around football teams, or what's it like there? Michael says no audio anymore, so you can't hear my audio. Sorry about that. You just see my mouth moving or something. Let's see. There's more than there's more than Guinness. Okay. Michael's saying the audio is gone. Yeah, if it's gone, it's gone. It'd be funny just looking back at me just talking away. Let's see. Amstel is the worst beer I've ever tasted, and I've tried them all. Yeah, I don't know Amstel. I just know it's from there. The worst beer I've ever tasted would be, I don't know, man. It's like the Budweiser's kind of up there too, I think. I don't really like the Budweiser too much, or a Coors Light or something like that. There's kind of like ones that no kind of taste to them. Let's see. I prefer Irish to Scotch. Yeah, whiskey, Ishkabaha. That's what you need. Let's see. Hello from Philly, USA. Wayne, hello. How's it going, my man? I'll have a drink to you. Welcome to the live stream. Like, we're almost finished now, but there's still time for another sip of this. Oh, that's very good. A few people looking in the window of my shop, wondering what's going on. Just me talking away to my phone. Let's see. Tim says audio is great, grand. I can hear you. That's fine. Always back. Flavor with your wines, great flavors, very good. Anthony, have you ever sold your sticks at Croagh Patrick? No. Isn't that where they go on the pilgrimage and they take off their shoes and they walk up each time of year? And Tommy said, Schlitz beer is not very good. Schlitz, it sounds Schlitz. Schlitz is Schlitz. Okay, very good. Play on words there. The strongest beer was in Africa when I was in the army. Nightmares and shakes. Oh my god. So you drank what, one beer and you had nightmares and shakes. That's not good. Maybe it was laced with something like that. Let's see. Michael says, will PayPal option be back soon? Actually, yeah, it will. I kind of had to disable it because PayPal kept holding my payments for 21 days, and they were like, they were just kind of like being a bit weird and stuff like that. But they said that July the 30th, which is today, that they can kind of unlock some of the restrictions that they kind of put on, because they were saying that they want to just, as the usual kind of things, as a security measure, we're going to hold these payments anything over X amount. So yeah, I must actually, thanks for reminding me, because today the 30th, I can go in and I can get some restrictions lifted. So yeah, I will be putting PayPal back on the website soon. So you can always message me, and I have like a direct if you look at any of my YouTube videos in the description, I have like my PayPal link in there as well, so you can always pay by PayPal. Let's see, Wayne, very happy to see you drinking from a jar, brother. Yeah, you gotta keep it real, nothing too fancy. You gotta drink out of the jar. That's the way to do it. Let's see. Oh yes, these days there are much mixed relationships, and the people from the region around Brussels actually speak a mix of both when speaking dialect. Okay. So I must actually, it'd be interesting to go to those areas. I've actually never really been. I think I've driven through it, but I've never been to Brussels or around Belgium or something like that. Now that I know there's an interest in my walking sticks, maybe I'll go sometime. It's only a short flight. Let's see, Matt, number 15, Francis, plus vodka. Okay, is that like your favorite drink, or is that like one that you're saying you don't really like too much? Michael, thank you. Just looking to add number 4 to my collection. Yeah, maybe tomorrow morning I'll set up the PayPal when I shop. I think now Friday evening I could go back do the kids and family thing and hang out with them. So it's kind of hard for me to get on the computer and do things. So tomorrow morning, for a few hours, I have free. So I'll set up the PayPal tomorrow morning, and you'll be able to use that again on the site. Let's see now. Enjoy the rest of your birthday, Francis. Good stuff. Yeah, like, you don't really have these big birthday celebrations like as you get older in life and different things like that. It's kind of like Father's Day. Like, it's like, oh, it's your birthday today. Oh, really? It's always that surprise. Happy 30th, mate. So I'm 43 years old today. I was born in 1978. Actually, is that the year the Halloween movie was made? There is a reference. I think what happened in 1978. I think someone told me before the first test tube baby was made in 1978 or something like that. But that could be just a bit of Irish banter. And let's see. Although the Flemish always tend to frown upon the Walloons, I think they're better. Personally, I find it silly because I don't feel like neither are both. I was born and bred right next to Brussels. Yeah, like, these rivalries. Just sit down, talk it out. It's okay for people to be a bit different and things like that. Like, they just need an Irish person to come in and make the peace. Like, it's the Irish were always the peacekeepers. If you ever see the UN peacekeepers, they're always the Irish troops. Let's see. Shit beer or Schlitz. Schlitz is out of Wisconsin. The strongest beer I drank was EQ or EKU 28 in Germany. Had to drink a shot of Ratzaputz first to make it bearable from consumption. You're pretty strong stomach as well to be going through some of those beers. Some of those high alcohol beers, they're not great to taste at all. Let's see. Matt says, take it easy, Francis. Have a good one. Catch you next week. Well, Matt, thank you so much for joining. I'm very happy for you to join the stream. Mike says, happy birthday. Thanks very much. Best of luck, Sean. Kurt says, I have a toast for you after work. Long life and prosperity. That's like a Star Trek thing from Spock. And to you and the family. And I'll have one for your dad. So peace, my brother. Yeah, we must get my dad back on a live stream too, answering your questions. I'll see if he wants to do it as well. So look, I'll leave the live stream because I know my dad's watching. Next Friday, will my dad be here? Will he not? We'll leave the live stream on a cliffhanger. So we have an open invitation there for my dad to come. So let's see if he comes. So anyway, look, guys, I gotta go. As always, it's been great talking to you and getting to know you a bit better. And as always, thank you so much for supporting my business and for buying authentic Irish crafts from me and helping keep this heritage product alive for one more year anyway. Let's see how it goes. All right, guys. Good luck. Bye bye. See you.